Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball starts now. Presented by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page.
And welcome to Glycon's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball, where tonight we have the Floyd Central Highlanders coming in at 2-4 in this early season against the Providence Pioneers at 2-2. And we are live from Providence High School, where we expect to have a really good game for you tonight, following up our great game last week, Floyd Central and New Albany. This week, it's the Highlanders on the road to take on the Pioneers. Well, I am Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me is Coach Andrew Grants, and coming into the screen right now is Christian, who will be running our camera. So, Coach, what are we thinking about this ball club here tonight, both these ball clubs here tonight? What kind of game are we going to see?
Well, if you like a beat you up, beat you down, bruised and physical type of basketball game, that is what you're going to get from both of these teams tonight. I'm excited. I love the gritty basketball.
Well, and that's what you get. That's what you always get out of Providence, or at least under Ryan Miller.
Yes.
I believe under Coach Andrew Grants
a
little bit. Yeah. But this definitely this Mike McBride coach Floyd Central team is bringing that, and that's definitely a switch up, let's say.
Yeah, he's bringing the toughness, and that's the one thing he wanted to see was the toughness, the physicality, and really if you look throughout kind of the history of Floyd Central basketball, those have always been their best teams, are the ones that are the toughest and most physical, and he's really establishing that here early on in his tenure with the Highlanders.
Well, you know what's interesting, even as we watch the JV action going up and down the floor, it seems like even that is one of those things where it's a bit of a knockdown drag out. Well, let's talk about players to watch for this evening's contest on Glycon. Players to watch for Floyd Central: Landon Reed, 14 points a game, 3.6 rebounds a game. He didn't play he had a tough game last week against New Albany. They played him very tough. So let's talk about Landon first.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's a knockdown shooter, and, man, when he gets hot, he can get going. Has great step-back separation to be able to get his shot off. The athletes of New Albany are able to cover that separation. Tonight will be a little bit different. It won't be quite as athletic, but the physicality of Providence and what they'll bring to it. But he's just a dangerous player, strong left-handed player, and really the ability to shoot out to the volleyball lines.
Absolutely. And for Providence, Duke Beckert leading the team 14.5 points per game.
Yeah, for Duke, he comes in for the Pioneers, the only player averaging double figures. And so for him, he carries a big scoring load so far for the Pioneers, and he'll absolutely have to do that tonight. I know Coach McBride will have a game plan definitely put together to really emphasize trying to take him out of the game.
Absolutely. Well, let's step aside, hear from some of our fantastic Glycod sponsors. When we return, Coach Grant's had the chance to talk to Coach McBride. You'll hear from him first in our pregame, live from Providence High School here on Glycod.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mac Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless gas that claims hundreds of lives and makes thousands ill each year without warning. CO can be produced from grills, furnaces, even the fumes in your car. It can build up indoors and poison anyone who breathes it. But keeping your home well ventilated and purchasing carbon monoxide alarms from any hardware or home improvement store can reduce your risk from this invisible danger. This message is funded by the Floyd County Health Department.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison. Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana, a community partner in school readiness through Head Start. Visit them at 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or online at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives.
We are here with Floyd Central first-year head boys basketball coach Mike McBride. Coach, last week we talked and you finally had your team fully healthy. Is that still the case? And then how's that been as far as continuity, if so?
Yeah, it's nice to finally get all of our guys back. And, now it's a matter of managing minutes and giving guys breathers when we can. And that's something that I've got to do a better job of as far as our substitution pattern. I think we've got one we're going to try in the first half tonight just to see how it goes. But it's good to be able to rotate bodies as much as we can.
Yeah, I know that's a big adjustment to figure that out on the fly, especially in the middle of the season. And we talked about with those football players coming in a little late too. As you prepare for tonight, what stands out to you most about this Providence team?
Well, it's just the toughness they play with. They're going to test you mentally, physically. They want to break you down in terms of just you giving up a little bit. They want to really test how much you're going to be committed to what you're trying to do. And we didn't do a good job of that last Saturday against Heritage Hills. We just, didn't respond very well. So hopefully we've learned a lot over the past week and can get out here tonight and try to match their level of intensity.
This week, preparing for this game, the last few days, what's been the message to your team?
Be tough immediately. I mean, we can't decide tonight to all of a sudden try to get tough. We've got to be tough right now and really play our game and not let Providence get into a just slug it out, just try to, cover the gaps and do everything they do defensively. We've got to try to create space and see what we can do.
Coach, best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, and stay tuned to Glycod. We'll be right back with our roadmap to a win.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the neighbors first before buying a house. What? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless gas that claims hundreds of lives and makes thousands ill each year without warning. CO can be produced from grills, furnaces, even the fumes in your car. It can build up indoors and poison anyone who breathes it. But keeping your home well ventilated and purchasing carbon monoxide alarms from any hardware or home improvement store can reduce your risk from this invisible danger. This message is funded by the Floyd County Health Department.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Time for Roadmap to a Win. Tonight's Roadmap to a Win presented by Call's Body Shop. Calls, they'll make it like new. And first up for the visiting Floyd Central Highlanders, Coach Grants.
Well, number one, they have to limit and they cannot give up second chance opportunities for this Providence team when we're talking about defense. They have to defensive rebound. The thing that Providence is going to do on offense, they may take a minute or a minute and a half off the clock before they shoot the basketball. It is an absolute killer to play great defense for a minute and a half only to give up an offensive rebound and an easy putback. So you have to limit that one shot to one shot. And then secondly, being able to dominate the paint. Both of these teams, their philosophies are to take away easy paint scores. Floyd Central comes in with a size advantage, so not only dominating the paint defensively, but also being able to throw it inside and play inside-out basketball. That'll get their big scoring, but it'll also free up Landon Reed to be able to knock down some of those outside shots we talked about earlier.
Absolutely. So no second chances and dominate the paint. And for the home Pioneers.
Well, one thing Providence has to clean up is turnovers. They have to value the rock. Right now, they only have one player on their team with a positive assist-to-turnover ratio. So that's going to be huge in this game where possessions are going to be limited. You have to make every possession count, and you have to be able to protect the basketball. And then secondly, situational wins. So for Providence, they only have two players averaging over 8 points a game. They've struggled to score the ball a little bit this year, but where you can make up for that is in situations. Talking about free throw opportunities, getting to the line a little bit more, baseline out of bounds plays, sideline out of bounds plays, coming out of timeouts and quarters and scoring and picking up some extra points in those special situation scenarios is what the Pioneers will have to do if they want to come out on top tonight.
All right, so those are your roadmap to a win presented by Call's Body Shop. This broadcast is authorized by Providence High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll step aside when we come back. You will hear from Coach Miller from Providence High School when we return here on Glycod.
Busy, always on the go. And when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycon.
Here with Coach Ryan Miller before the battle between the Floyd Central Highlanders and the Providence Pioneers at Providence. Coach, I said battle because these games are always one of those really intense, just fun games with good crowds. Let's talk about first just the rivalry and these kind of games and how they've gone. Last 3 wins for the Providence.
Yeah, you're right. Always, good, competitive, tough games year in, year out. This is going on year 7 for me, but I've been on both sides of this rivalry.
Right.
Of course, being at Floyd for 4 or 5 years there with Coach Todd Sturgeon, and now guys like Greg Walters, who's now here on staff with me, Coach Michael Miller, who was coaching there last year, Coach Seth Burks, who I coached at Floyd. So, I still have a lot of green and gold apparel from back in the day, but these days I wear my blue. But yeah, I had a great experience there, working with such great guys and great young men that I still keep in touch with to today. Of course, now, like I said, Providence my alma mater, so great to be here. And like you said, just fun to be in these rivalry games. I was obviously at the New Albany Floyd game the other week. I mean, that was a great atmosphere and, an excellent game. And hopefully we can produce another quality matchup like that one.
2-2 on the early season, but I know we talked preseason that this was going to be very much a work in progress and a build towards postseason. Just let's talk about how it's gone thus far.
Yeah, it's gone pretty well. I mean, I was talking with Coach Walters the other day, and I've kind of told our boys, like, hey, we could play really good basketball and go 500 this year. That's not been how things have gone for us, the past several years. I said, when I looked at our schedule, I said, well, our my winning percentage is going to take a hit this year. But we got a lot of great teams. I mean, we played Scott County, Kentucky, took them right down to the wire. They're a great team. Coach Bashawn Woods, former UK player, former Division I head coach. That program's entirely revamped. They got 5 new starters, and they were loaded. They kind of reminded me of a typical kind of Jeffersonville, New Albany type team. So that was high-level competition. We almost, pulled that one out. And then another great team that we lost to was Northview, again, ranked, I think, number 3 in Class 3A in the Hall of Fame Classic. And we were right there with them, I think 5-point game at half, I think 10 at third, and we had our worst shooting night possible. I think we were 3 of 18 from 3. So, when you do that against good teams, you're not going to win. But yeah, no, great competition. I think also played, a couple others. We were able to come away with the win against Austin, and they have a couple of great young players, and then Trinity Lutheran, who has a core group of juniors that I know they took Hauser, who was ranked in the top 3 in 1A, right down to the wire. So, we've played a lot of good teams, and that's what makes you better, and it's fun, like game night tonight. Told the boys, this is what you play for, this is what you practice for, you work, to have an opportunity like this to face a really good team in Floyd and a game that a lot of people are excited about.
Well, let's talk about what Floyd puts on the floor and what you are expecting them to do and what you want to do to counter it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really good Floyd team, probably one of the better teams they've had in a while, and I think that's evidenced by, talk about a tough schedule. They have a very tough schedule as well. And, again, just that New Albany game, obviously we know how good New Albany is, and they played right there with them. So that shows you, I was talking to another coach today, just how they're well-rounded and they're a dangerous team. When you got two really good interior players, so three plus quality interior players, and then phenomenal guard play with guys that can drive it and shoot it. They have size, they have speed and athleticism, they have skill. I mean, they really have all the pieces to be a good team, and I think they're playing good ball. Records can be very deceptive, especially early in the year, and it's all relative to who you're playing, right? They're playing really good teams and playing them tough, and so it's a quality team for sure.
Final thing, and that is just what sorts of things you think Providence is going to have to do well tonight to win this ballgame?
I mean, they have, like I said, a lot of size, strength, athleticism. We're going to have to be strong with the ball. We're going to have to be strong on the boards. Defensively, they have, several guys, obviously, that are capable of going off for, big points. Reed is capable of putting up big numbers, and then several other boys. I was talking to one of the parents up there. Like I said, I remembered him from my Floyd days, just telling him how much his son has improved, and just a lot of weapons. So to be able to contain their weapons, and we'll see how our guy, Duke Beckert, has been our, one of our leading scorers, and he's been banged up and missed the past several days of practice. So I just tell them, boys, like, other guys are going to have to really step up tonight in a big, like I said, big games, big moments, call for big players ready to step up. So hopefully you got some boys up to that challenge.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate all you guys do at Glycod.
Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Starting lineups when we return to Providence on Glycod.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
And it's back at Providence High School as we are getting set for Providence and Floyd Central. It's time for starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. First up for the visiting Highlanders of Floyd Central High School, Parker Kays, a 6'3 junior, averaging 5.5 points a contest. Next up, Jude Vetter, the point guard, 5'10", senior, averaging 8.8. Landon Reed, 6'3", junior, averaging 14 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. Carter McQuigg, inside, a forward, 6'5", senior, averaging 8.8 points and 4.3 boards. And then also down low, Logan Young, a 6'4", senior, forward, averaging 8 points and 4 rebounds per contest. Yes, Coach, I'll give you just a second to vamp on that since we're still in warm-ups here. You got any thoughts on the FC starting lineup?
Well, the thing that stands out the most to me is that they have, 4 players at 8 points or more, so pretty spread out scoring across the board outside of Landon Reed. So that supporting cast is going to come in huge tonight for the Highlanders.
All right, for the home Pioneers of Providence, Cooper Nash, a 6-foot junior guard, averaging 7.5 points a game. Duke Beckert, we talked about him earlier, 6'2", senior forward, averaging 14.5 points a game, 3 rebounds. Elijah Fuller Tucker, 6'6", forward, a senior, averaging 8 points and leading the team with 6.5 rebounds per contest. Lucas Mock, a 5'10", senior guard, averaging 2.8 points per contest. And Noah Leeser, a junior at 6'2", and a forward. So the Pioneers, Nash, Beckert, Fuller Tucker, Mock, and Leeser. Thoughts on the Providence starting lineup?
Well, when you see that starting lineup, you don't particularly see, a lot of size, but what they lack in size, they make up for in physicality and toughness. And I know, having coached here and had some teams that maybe didn't have the most size, a lot of times your players that are undersized, the one advantage they have is they can play lower and they can get into the legs of the other team. So look for Providence to do that tonight, especially with those bigs of Floyd Central.
All right. Well, we're again, thank you to Interstate Batteries for sponsoring our starting lineup. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for a few comments before we get to the national anthem and our opening tip here from Providence, Floyd Central versus Providence on Glycod.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless gas that claims hundreds of lives and makes thousands ill each year without warning. CO can be produced from grills, furnaces, even the fumes in your car. It can build up indoors and poison anyone who breathes it. By keeping your home well ventilated and purchasing carbon monoxide alarms from any hardware or home improvement store can reduce your risk from this invisible danger. This message is funded by the Floyd County Health Department.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
Well, as we get set for tonight's contest, let's just quickly look at some game notes. Series record going back to 1993. Floyd Central's won 18 of these contests, Providence 14. But the Pioneers have won the last three. The last year at Providence 57 at Floyd Central 45. Coach, just your thoughts on coaching in this sort of atmosphere, and especially this kind of rivalry game.
Yeah, it's always a big game. Well, the thing that's unique with Providence being a private school is that a lot of these kids live in Floyd's Knobs and Georgetown, so they've grown up with the Floyd Central players. So that was kind of my situation growing up. So this is always like a big one for me growing up and coaching. So this is no doubt a big one for the Pioneers tonight.
Absolutely, and we have a pretty full house. We're going to step aside when we come back. We will be back with the opening tip here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School basketball. Presented by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling in Jeffersonville and Madison, Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Mack Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Our place where change is possible. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives. And by Deering Floor Center, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and the Clark County Health Department. Now courtside for all the action of Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
As we return to Providence High School, teams getting ready to be announced on the court. I'll make sure and get you those starting lineups again before we tip this one off. But Coach Grants, any other thoughts? We kind of sort of had to cut those thoughts short just a moment ago as we had prayer and anthem. But any other thoughts as far as playing in this sort of rivalry and so forth?
You know, Providence has really been on the winning side of this a lot lately. Historically, that hasn't necessarily been the case. I mean, you talk about the great players that have came through Floyd Central, going way back to, even Pat Graham's day where Floyd Central really dominated this rivalry. And then here lately, Coach Miller's just done a phenomenal job. So I know the Highlanders are wanting this to swing back in their favor.
Right.
And this is a game for both that it's circled on that calendar every single year. And, I remember being here and coaching at Providence, and we were a part of some of those big battles, and we won here my second year at Providence, and the students rushed the court. And so it means a lot, and it is a big game that both of these teams are going to be amped up for. And you can hear this crowd here as it's starting to get hyped up. They're ready to go, too.
Something that was interesting as the Providence Pioneers are being introduced. What was interesting, Floyd in a big game last Friday night against New Albany, a packed house, comes in here to Providence, and we've got a nearly packed house. It's a very nice crowd here at Providence. In between a game against Heritage Hills at home, but it was snowing, and there was winter fantasia going on at Floyd Central, and so the crowd, no pep band, no dazzlers, just one of those things that interesting that's as a high school player, you really want this atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. You as a coach, as a player, as a fan, as a student, this is what it's all about right here. This is so much fun. And I was just talking to an old coaching friend of mine today on the phone, and he said, the thing that I miss the most about coaching is just the adrenaline right at the start of the game, and that's the same for the players and everybody in this gym right now.
All right, let's very briefly go over the starting lineups again for the Highlanders at 2 and 4. They will go Kays, Vetter, Reed, McQuigg, and Young. For the Pioneers, Nash, Beckert, Fuller Tucker, Mock, and Leeser. And Dr. Todd Carter, Coach Andrew Grants alongside me, and Christian Sanchez running our camera here this evening. And we are tipping it off and controlled by Noah Leeser, and Providence gets it to Mock.
Now, a lot of times when people think Providence basketball, they go, they hold the ball. Not necessarily the case. They're just very deliberate and patient about the shots that they take.
That's exactly what I would say would be patient to a fault, and not to a fault, patient to the nth degree. That's better.
Yeah.
And, down low, Leeser ends up corralling it. Mock thought about the shot. Stolen away, McQuigg steps in the lane.
That's one thing to watch tonight, like we talked about, those Providence turnovers. If you're going to take a lot of clock, you cannot waste it with the turnover. You got to make sure you get a good shot off.
And ball misses Reed and out of bounds.
Yeah, Reed was being trailed on that screen, so he felt the defender behind him, so he was looking to curl that to the rim, and I think the passer thought, man, that's our shooter. I'm going to set him up for a three.
Set him up for a three. So turnovers, both ends, to get this one started in this first period.
Yeah, again here, just Providence likes to play a lot of movement around the perimeter, a lot of weak side screening action, really trying to emphasize Fuller Tucker in early.
Now, we saw some tenacious half-court defense out of the Highlanders last week, and there was a miss and a rebound to Kays.
Yeah, the one thing we saw from Floyd Central last week is they are going to keep everything in front of them. They're not going to overplay passing lanes and set up backdoor opportunities. They're going to make you score over top of them, and with their size advantage over the Pioneers, slight size advantage, that'll definitely make it tougher in the paint.
Yeah, saw lots of deliberate play last week from the Highlanders. McQuigg thought about the shot, takes it inside, gets his man in the air, gets the bucket, and the harm.
Great patience by McQuigg right there. Shot fake, get the defender in the air, and draw the foul. Fantastic.
And that was Fuller Tucker whistled for the foul.
You know what set that up? Landon Reed coming off the ball screen. He had two Providence defenders stay with him off that ball screen. He requires so much attention, so if he can come off of there and has two, a quick reversal out will set up that supporting cast that we talked about that'll be so important for the Highlanders.
Miss by McQuigg on the free toss. So 2-0, and Providence back on the attack.
There's Providence's 5-out motion, like to pass and cut away. Very similar to what you'd see from like a Scotty Davenport Bellarmine type offense.
And good hands from Vetter there. Mock asking Beckert.
You know, the one thing
what was that?
The one thing with Providence offensively where they struggle at it a little bit is so far this year they've only had 2 players, Beckert and Nash, are the only 2 players that have made more than 1 3 in a game.
Yeah, and it seems like they have had years. Mock couldn't get that one to go. And trying to corral it right below us here in the mezzanine. I didn't see who that was off of. We'll wait to see. The crowd tells me it's to Providence.
Yes. That was right below us here.
Absolutely
Probably the right
below
call.
us. Yep.
So here's a special situation that we talked about. These are where they can pick up those extra easy points.
And immediately catch and shoot, but could not convert. Then Lisa gets the ball back, gets it up. He gets the bucket and the foul. So the and one possibility coming for Noah Leeser.
You know, one thing that you see a lot of players, young players, they play off of 1 foot. They'll fly in there out of control off of 1. Both of these teams so far, those and ones have been off of solid jump stops, shot fake finishes, playing off of 2 feet, a strong foundation to be able to finish through contact.
And Leeser gives Providence the early lead. Leeser averaging 5.5 points a game. I think I realized after the fact as I was given the starting lineups. I don't think I told you that, but heck, he's halfway there already.
Floyd, they love to play that inside.
Oh, that was
out
a
game.
great pass, but Case could not convert.
Yeah, gotta finish those. One thing I was impressed with Floyd against New Albany, and they got it just there too, is playing out of the post and hitting those cutters out of those post-ups.
And whistle comes away from the ball. Leeser, I think, going to be whistled for this one. Sure is. Didn't see it completely clearly, but I think it was he was sliding on the pick there.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess from the corner of my eye, what I saw.
Yeah, I was watching the post-up. I thought originally they were maybe calling a hook on the post-up.
Vetter takes it to the hole and gets it to roll in.
Good, strong move right there. Coach Miller won't be happy about that, giving up a straight line drive through the middle. Providence staying patient here.
That's Nash with it to Fuller Tucker.
Floyd's got to, the scouting report's going to be really to make sure they get out the 2 shooters, and otherwise.
Trying to find Fuller Tucker was Mock. Max Fisher checks in the ball game. Leeser takes a brief break, or we assume. But Fisher, a 6'3" senior.
Yeah, Fisher, if you look at Providence's plus-minus numbers, has been their best on the year as far as plus-minus. His efficiency has been great off the bench.
That one wouldn't fall for Kays, and Providence skies and gets the board. That's Beckert, gives it to Mock. Fuller Tucker looking for Fisher. Fisher being guarded by Young.
Again, as you can see, Providence is not going to take bad shots. They're going to work and get the ones they want.
Gets it to Fisher. He loses the handle and lost out of bounds. Going to be to Floyd Central.
Yeah, and again, the turnovers, that's just kind of been the issue a little bit with Providence here in their first few games. It's getting a little loose with it at times.
And, of course, with just a couple of free throws and not much in the way of stoppages, this first quarter moving quickly.
Yes.
Vetter rises up and hits the J.
Vetter likes the matchup he's got. They put a lot of emphasis on Reed, and you got your best defender on him. You got to take McQuigg away, so probably their best 2 defenders on those 2. So Vetter's going, hey, I like my matchup. I'm going to take advantage.
Nash spin move in traffic. That one off the back of the rim. Young grabs the board and then smartly gives it up before he could be called for the travel.
Yeah, Nash and Beckert so far. There's Reed.
Reed triggers 3. Big early lead for the Highlanders.
Yeah, got to close out tighter to him. You cannot give him an inch. He's able to get that thing off with a high release. When he gets going, he's dangerous.
Down to Fisher. Back out to Nash, and no shot. And they're going to say Nash stepped on the sideline, but didn't reestablish before catching the ball.
Floyd was lucky to get away with one there. So the two players for Providence that you cannot leave on the perimeter are Beckert and Nash. You got to make sure you're there on the catch. Make them put it on the floor. They're better outside than necessarily inside.
But a 9-3 lead here early for the Highlanders. Hayes in the corner, and he travels.
A little sloppy here early on, a few turnovers.
Both teams having those turnovers cut down on their efficiency. The Pioneers have gotten some decent looks, but had shots just not quite go down.
Yeah.
So Mock.
I remember Mock in this game last year up at Floyd Central. Came off the bench and made a couple great effort plays.
Kind of a beast, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yep. Fisher couldn't convert. Vetter. And now Floyd will settle and reset.
And coach getting his call here, saying motion, wanting to just take their time.
Reed shoots the three. Fisher cleans it up as Reed couldn't get that one to go down.
You can see how tight they are on Beckert on that catch.
Yep.
Yeah, not letting him get the reversal there all the way out to the volleyball line. They know he can get hot and be dangerous from deep.
Steps back, shoots the jumper, off back iron, and cleaned up by McQuigg.
Yeah, good box out there by McQuigg. I really like McQuigg's game. I just think he gets a lot out of his ability. He just always cutting, always active, good rebounder.
McQuigg shoots the three and gets it.
Right on cue.
Right on cue.
I believe that's just his second one of the season.
I believe that is correct. And whistle comes. That's going to be against Floyd. Let's see who it was. Against Vetter.
Yeah, and this is kind of where Providence has been a little bit this year. Just at times can kind of struggle to score, but make up for it on the defensive end. But right now, Floyd Central is feeling it from deep.
Fuller Tucker steps away and goes to the bench for a moment. Leeser back in. He will receive the inbounds pass. Had to work for that. And double team comes for Nash, and we got a foul on the floor.
Yeah, you could see right there, Floyd doing the same thing Providence was doing to Reed. They had a shooter coming off in Nash, and Floyd just sent two with him to trap that ball screen up top, make sure he didn't get a look off of that.
Should also tell you, Gavin Scheich, number 14, checked in the game a little while ago for Floyd. I didn't tell you right then. And on cue, he commits the foul. Cooper Nash with the drive, and we'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, that's what Providence is going to have to do with Nash and Beckert right now. They're really emphasizing taking away the three, so for both of those guys to be able to put it on the floor, get to the rim. Again, another special situation we talked about, being able to get to the free throw line for the Pioneers just to get a little more comfortable seeing the ball go through the rim.
So Nash with his first point of the evening. And still has one to go here from the line. And sinks that one as well, making it 12-5. Junior, I hate to jinx it, but had missed on the season so far.
Don't do it to him.
I said it after that way.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I won't mention it again.
Good timing on that.
Yeah. A few seconds left here in this first quarter. Spin move by Young. Fisher hits the deck.
Flop warning.
Yeah, flop warning against 50. So Fisher.
You know, just interesting to me. He gets the flop warning there. I feel like the flop kind of impacted the shot a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know,
yeah.
I think if it does, then that's a foul.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, kind of. He came up underneath them, didn't really have a place to land.
Fisher pitches it over. Nash couldn't convert. And the first quarter ends. So at the end of one, Floyd Central 12, Providence 5. We will return with the second quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
As we prepare for the second quarter of play, we'll show you the Landon Reed three-pointer from the corner down here. Really kind of got the offense going for the Highlanders.
Yeah, he's long and he's got that high release point. So whenever you close out to him, you really have to close out high and tight. Make him put it on the floor.
Well, Coach, what do you think Coach Miller was talking about on the sideline there going to the second?
Well, Providence has got to finish the easy ones around the basket. They've let a couple of those go, but the thing that stands out to me that first quarter, Providence with 4 turnovers, but only 1 made field goal. So, taking care of the ball and then just making the easy plays.
Reed, left side, kicks to McQuigg, gets it back, shoots a 3, contested, and Leeser cleans up the long-ish board.
Yeah, it was a little bit higher contest there. That hand was up, made it a little bit more difficult.
Leeser takes it inside and gets the bucket to go.
Yeah, Leeser with a good patience, 2-foot finish, but Pioneers got away with one there. That was a quick comeback by Floyd Central, pushing transition off of that. There's a great play out of the quarter there. Coach Miller recognized they were double teaming the ball screen with Nash, so he put a guy up top for an easy reversal.
Nash for 3, high, and gets it to fall.
Well, there you go. When you think the Pioneers might be going away, they come out in the second quarter and they're right back in it.
So Nash has 5, 2 free throws, and that made 3. And just a 2-point ball game.
Floyd running their motion here, just a little pass and cut action.
So 5 unanswered here from from the Pioneers. Let's see what Floyd Central can do to try to answer. McQuigg off short iron.
Yeah, good defense there by Providence. Took Reed out of that possession and kept everybody else in front.
Mock inside and loses his footing. Couldn't find Fisher.
This might be a game where a player like Leeser, even Fuller Tucker, if you get Nash into those ball screens, if you can get Beckert into those ball screens, if they're going to send 2, what Providence did is they cleared out that weak side. So it's just a 2-man game on one side of the floor. But what that does is there's no one to cover the roll man, or the help rotation is late. So look for Providence to get a little bit more in that side, empty side pick and roll game.
That's Stone who checked in the ball game.
Great block by Beckert from behind.
Sure was. Beckert now with it.
Beckert hadn't really been able to get anything going just yet. Floyd's really taking him out.
Also new in the ball game for Floyd Central, Ethan Noble, number 24.
There's that ball screen again. You see how it brings two.
Yeah, Young got a little handsy there, and so Beckert was fouled, and we'll take the ball out of bounds for Providence. Trevor Unruh checks in the ball game for Lucas Mock. It's one defensive back for another. Actually, Unruh, I think, known more as a wide receiver, but still.
Yeah, do a little bit of it all on the football field.
Yeah, that's right, both of them.
Yeah, so Providence, where they've gotten back in the game, and even that possession there to draw that foul, is that pick and roll with Beckert. See if they go to it again.
Unruh with it, gets it back to Beckert. Working against Noble. Shovel pass there to Fuller Tucker. Working against McQuigg. Fadeaway off short iron. Can't get it to fall.
Yeah, good move there.
Yeah, good move. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
See if Vetter here tries to take advantage. He's had a good start so far.
And it comes up empty there. And he's going to hear it from the Providence faithful. So Providence trailing by 2. Chance to tie or maybe take a lead here.
Yeah, Floyd Central now, the one struggling to score. They've gone scoreless here the first 3 minutes of this quarter.
And Beckert off back iron. One and done, but that was a great look. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, Providence has gotten some looks in the paint and just not able to get them to go down. Floyd moving with a little bit more pace here on offense. I like the start of this possession. See if they can finish it.
Good quick passing, but then Young travels, moves his feet.
You know, going into this game, I was thinking like this might be a game where it's barely squeaks into the 40s, you know, kind of a lower scoring, just the way both teams play, how deliberate they're going to be, how physical they're going to be.
Yep.
It's just hard. It's hard to score against a team that's physical with you.
Well,
there's this empty side pick and roll here.
Nash double team. Tries to fight his way through. Finally finds Fuller Tucker.
Beckert was just kind of wrong place at the wrong time. The roll was going to be there.
Oh, Vetter trying to take the ball away, but Mock picks it up, finds Nash in the corner. Nash for 3. Can't find the bottom of the net. McQuigg cleans it up. He had a good look, though, did Nash.
Yeah, good extra effort there by Mock to come up with that.
And then Fuller Tucker leaning on Young. I think Fuller Tucker feels like he got the ball cleanly. The problem was the left hand on the back.
Yeah.
That's Fuller Tucker's second.
Yeah, and he just came back in, so not able to really establish that rhythm early on with the foul trouble.
So Leeser checks in for Fuller Tucker.
Providence is going with a smaller lineup here.
Young inside, gets the bucket, and the foul.
Yeah, big basket there. Fortunate for Floyd Central. They just went 4 minutes without scoring a point. Still able to hang on to this lead. That goes to Coach McBride and what he preaches about defense and toughness. And he's going to establish that first and then build from there as he looks to build this Highlander program over the future.
Young hits the free toss.
Yeah, so Providence with a smaller lineup here. We'll see if Floyd continues to go inside.
Vetter just couldn't keep up with Mock there. And a little too much shoving. Vetter will check to the sideline. Noble, who just checked out, will pop right back in.
Yeah, going back to a little bit bigger lineup here.
And Pete Lannon, 23, checks in the ball game.
Again, see if they still look to go to the pick and roll action. That's been really their only point so far.
Oh, losing the handle there was Nash. Scrappy scrambling for it on the ground. Finally comes out of there. Lannon to Beckert. Beckert for 3, gets it to go.
Yeah, able to get that extra effort there to get on the floor and get the ball. Again, those are those special situations, like broken plays like that Providence has to look to score on. Man, we were right in perfect line of Beckert's shot. He's got a pretty release on that.
It sure was. Yeah, you can tell that was down not long after, right after it left his hand. Nash also, that one was halfway down and popped back out.
Great look.
It was. And then a foul. Noble tripped.
Yeah, it's dangerous to give up a 3 look from Beckert and Nash. You know, that first quarter they really didn't get any looks, and here the second quarter, Nash and Beckert have been able to get their shot off a little bit better. Floyd will want to tighten that up. You do not want those two guys knocking down outside shots. It's really their 2 main outside shooters. With the size advantage down low. Trying to free up Reed. Providence doing a good job of sticking with him.
That's Lannon on Reed. McQuigg dumps it to Young.
Watch McQuigg cutting here. He's just so...
And Young expected Noble to go right, and he went left, and the ball sails into the second row.
I was going to say, watch McQuigg cutting. He's so good at those second cut opportunities. You know, for Young there, what he needs to do, he's got a height and weight advantage with the matchups right now. I think just put it on the floor, be physical, and go finish.
Leeser can't get that one to go, but a good offensive board and a second chance. Nash for 3. That one won't fall. Oh, great try at a rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. Numbers here for the Highlanders. Can they take advantage?
Parker Case travels.
You know, Providence has gotten back in this game in the second quarter here just from one, running that side pick and roll, and then also clean it up. They haven't had nearly as many turnovers here. And they're getting their shooters good looks. Nash, a capable outside shooter, and he continues to get looks like he has here the last few possessions. They'll start falling.
Beckerts. Thought about the 3. Fisher gets inside, but McQuigg, good defense there.
Yeah, great wall up. Didn't bring his hands down. Stayed tall. Great pass.
Reed, great pass. Young couldn't get it to go down, but a super pass.
Man, such a small window to get that through.
Fisher whistled for the foul.
And that's where Reed can be effective, where if teams are going to take him away, you know, continuing to get stronger as he's maturing and getting older, now a junior, to be able to put it on the floor and draw defenders and set up his supporting cast.
First goes down for Young. I've got him with 4 thus far in the contest tonight.
Really.
And that one was 3/4 of the way down and popped back out.
Kind of switched up these quarters here. The Pioneers only had 1 field goal in the first quarter, and now Floyd Central is only with 1 field goal in the second quarter.
Finds Leeser down low, working against McQuigg, draws the foul.
Yeah, and where McQuigg did a good job last possession of keeping his hands up, the reason there was a foul there is, you know, as you watch here, he brings his hands down.
Yep.
And my high school coach, he would always say that there's eyeballs in your palms, and if those eyeballs can see the floor, it's a foul.
That's a good way for folks to think about it and look at it.
Yeah,
I guess it worked on young guy too. You still remember it.
Yeah, 20 years later.
Both made from Leeser, and it's a 1-point ball game. And Leeser leading the scoring for the Pioneers with 7.
I think I also remember it pretty well, too, because I didn't want to run.
Well, okay, there was reinforcement. Sometimes a carrot, sometimes a stick.
That's right.
Running would be more of a stick.
Yep.
Down low, McQuigg, nice move there.
Yeah, great drop step.
Carter McQuigg with 7.
Yeah, that play right there is what I love about McQuigg. He just makes the simple, easy plays.
Fisher down low, working against Young. Young gets up. Fisher couldn't get it to go. Gets his on board. Fouled. That one's going to go against Stone, I believe. But Fisher will have an opportunity at the free throw line.
Yeah, Fisher's had some good looks down low. He just not able to get them to fall. Sometimes that just happens, but it's difficult against this Floyd team that's a little bit taller, and they do a good job of walling up and going body to body.
Fisher scoreless thus far, 83% free throw shooter though. See if he can maybe put this one down after the initial miss, and he does.
Yeah, and for Providence after that start, you got to be feeling pretty good right now to where you've clawed back to.
Beckert comes to the sideline on defense. Coach Miller maybe trying to save the potential of a foul and get him a extra 30 seconds of rest, give or take.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Floyd Central here, probably want to hold for the last shot. Worst case scenario, you go into halftime with a 2-point lead. Look for them to maybe get going here at the about 8-second mark. Now they're going to run early.
And a push. And against Lannon. So Lannon commits the foul, and Reed will go to the free throw line. Chance to shoot 2 here. 8.7 seconds left. Makes the first. First point for Reed after that early 3.
Yeah, Providence has just done phenomenal of getting real physical with him away from the ball. Every screen that they try to run him off of, Providence is just blowing it up and getting right into his hip.
So Reed makes both. Mock finds Lannon. Lannon can't get it to fall, and that will do it at the end of the first half. It is Floyd Central 20 and the Providence Pioneers 16. We invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show. We'll have the Mac Construction scoreboard ticker and talk about this first half when we return here on Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless gas that claims hundreds of lives and makes thousands ill each year without warning. CO can be produced from grills, furnaces, even the fumes in your car. It can build up indoors and poison anyone who breathes it. But keeping your home well ventilated and purchasing carbon monoxide alarms from any hardware or home improvement store can reduce your risk from this invisible danger. This message is funded by the Floyd County Health Department.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
As we return to Providence High School here at halftime, the Pioneers trailing the visiting Highlanders 20-16, and we've had a nice atmosphere. Very few stoppages in play. It seemed like those first two quarters they went by quickly, and it was pretty intense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, both teams are just both physical basketball teams. So anytime you drive the basketball, you're going to get hit. You're going to get a second defender coming over to hit you. I mean, they emphasize do not let anyone score easy around the rim, and you could see that first half.
Absolutely. In fact, let's show you just a couple of replays. This one from early on, as McQuigg gets the bucket and a foul, and then I think we've got one with Leeser on the other end as well, if I'm not mistaken. In the same sort of situation, gets his man up in the air, gets the roll, and both of those guys leading their respective teams in scoring thus far. So when we get you the German American Bank scoring numbers, we'll have that for you, plus everybody else. Any other thoughts just as you're in the locker room talking to both teams?
Well, if I'm Providence, what I'm going to offensively and what I've found the most success with is get the ball on the wings to Beckert or Nash and get them in ball screens. Let Floyd Central double you and get the roll man open. So, empty out the weak side, get all three other players on the other side of the court, and look to hit the roll man. The other thing that you could do, because Providence plays two bigs, flash your opposite big to the high post. That puts a lot of pressure on that defender to either have to take the roll man or take the high post. And so I would get into a lot of those type of actions. For Floyd Central, it's just a matter, they've been playing inside out. I think really for Floyd, it's just if you throw it into your bigs and you have the size advantage, make your move and go score. I think they playing around with it maybe a little too much, and part of that might be you're a 4A school. You're used to playing a 4A schedule with some bigger athletes.
Yep.
Now you're playing a smaller school, so you got to switch that mindset a little bit of like, hey, I'm bigger than this guy. I'm just going to go score over top of him.
All right, well, let's step aside and, excuse me, I almost forgot. We need to tell you about our scoreboard. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Mack Construction. Mack Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. We want to thank them for sponsoring our scoreboard ticker all season here on Glycod. Well, let's step aside, hear from some of our fantastic sponsors. When we come back, we'll get you those German American Bank first half numbers on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams. Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Contact Agent Mark Stevens in Jeffersonville for a quote today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong. And it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
It's time for our German American Bank halftime stats. Halftime stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. And those stats, if I can get those numbers up, which I thought I had them. There we are. Sorry about that, folks. The leaders, Carter McQuigg with 7 points leads the Highlanders. They've got Landon Reed with 5, Jude Vetter with 4, and Logan Young with 4. 7 points for Noah Leeser for the home Pioneers, 5 for Cooper Nash, 3 for Duke Beckert, and 1 for Max Fisher. Those your German American Bank halftime stats. And also our thanks to Mack Construction for the sponsoring our scoreboard ticker. And back underway we are. Beckert comes right out. Can't get that one to fall.
You can tell how well coached both of these teams are by the fact that you have Beckert and Reed that combine average, on both sides combine average for 28 points, and right now they have 8.
Yeah,
that's nothing, no knock against them. That is just the preparation
right,
and the emphasis on the defensive end of both of these teams.
Nice pass, but traffic. Young can't get it to fall. Fuller Tucker comes down with the board.
Yeah, I'd love to see a big half here from Fuller Tucker. He wasn't able to really get a rhythm going in the first half with foul trouble.
And Fuller Tucker is capable of taking over a game down low. Seen it happen. Leeser, that one rolled right across. I thought it might go down.
Yeah.
Pass down to McQuigg. In trouble, gets it back out and resets. Thought about the three. Instead gets it to Vetter.
Yeah, here's where you just got to go make a simple move and look to score over top. Use your size advantage.
From the corner, Kays couldn't get it to fall. McQuigg with the offensive board, though, in traffic. Passes out to Young. Young works it. So that one won't fall. And Tucker with another board. Fuller Tucker with another board.
Both these rims were just a little tight tonight. Good look there. McQuigg, a good job of continuing to move without the ball there and grab the offensive board.
Right through the hands of Mock. So turnover.
You know, on both of those baseline drives by McQuigg, the last two possessions, Reed was out top and Mock was guarding him. Mock did not leave him at all.
There again, good coaching. Reed on the drive and into traffic there. Whistle comes, and this could be a pick'em. Offensive foul is the call.
Yeah, maybe came up underneath of him just a little bit, a little deep. That's one of those in college where they got the semicircle down there. Makes it a little easier for that call. Yeah, so what Floyd's going to have to look for is if they're going to play Reed that far out, up high, like on a baseline or a post-up situation, Floyd's going to have to get a second cutter coming in.
Nash for three, that one off iron right, and then Beckert held on to, and that's a foul. Let's see who that's again. That's Young, and that's his third.
Yeah, it's a big one here to start the half. See if Coach goes to his bench here. Yeah, so for Floyd, it's going to be a second cutter is going to be the key for them on those drives and post-ups. Someone other than Reed.
Nash, but then, the three goes down, and the foul.
That is going to be could be a huge possession here because they're going to get the ball baseline out of bounds.
Let's see what we caught on our camera.
Unless, are they calling that a moving screen?
I
thought they were calling that on Reed for running through the screener.
I thought so too.
If so,
we have a conversation still going on here.
The ball should stay with Providence.
The points, I put the points on the board, but the points are not on the board yet. They are.
Is that on Fuller Tucker?
Yeah, it's nope. It's going Providence's way.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's correct. If the foul was on Landon Reed on Floyd Central,
and it was his second.
Yeah, then they should. Yes, this is the correct call there. They got that right.
So as you said, a huge possession.
Yeah, that's a possible 5 or 6 point possession here.
So timeout as Coach McBride wants to talk about this with his team, and we will take a timeout as well. Back with more third quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod.
So while we wait for the teams to come back out, let's try to show you that play one more time as Nash hits the three for his eighth point of the contest. Inbounds and bucket and the harm.
Great call out of the timeout by Coach Miller right there.
So Fuller Tucker, his first 2 points of the game, and the chance for the and one.
And that coming at a big time. This a 6-point possession possible here.
That one won't fall,
well,
but Providence trying to come out with the rebound. Held ball, jump ball, it will go Floyd Central's way.
Man, Providence comes up with that. They could have had
yeah, absolutely.
A quick
potential.
A quick 8 points with Floyd Central never getting the ball. Now for Floyd Central, it's a matter of just staying poised, running your stuff here.
That's sure one of those that doesn't happen very often if you don't have Reggie Miller on your team.
Right.
So, all right, 4 fouls, too, for Floyd. So, next common foul, and Providence will go to the line. Young finds McQuigg. Great pass there.
That's McQuigg again on those cuts. He just never stops moving without the ball. Big answer there by the Highlanders. They needed that.
So Highlanders back with the 1-point lead after giving it up. Providence, that was their first lead of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, here's that side pick and roll again.
Fuller Tucker working against McQuigg. And the referee says play on. Fuller Tucker does just that. And lays it up and in.
Reed right back.
And that one won't go.
Calling that on the floor. Yeah, on the floor.
So Reed gets fouled sort of from behind there as he goes to drive it.
You know, when you're on the road, the one thing that really keeps a team's home court advantage out of it is on made baskets. If you can get it out quick and get it up the floor and score it, it quiets the crowd really quickly.
McQuigg, couldn't get that one to go from the block. Had a good look, though. And Providence now looks to extend their 1-point lead. Beckert thought about that three. Kay's doing a good job on him, though.
Yeah, they like that Fuller-Tucker matchup.
Yep, sure do. Against McQuigg, working against him. Kind of loses the handle, backs it up, and hits a nice fadeaway there. Fuller-Tucker, he brought his lunch pail, came to play in the second half here. He's got 6 points.
You said earlier you've seen him take over games down low before, and he's done it so far this third quarter.
Reed to Kays. McQuigg.
No, thought he had him if he jumped into him.
Yep. I think he'd already decided to pass the ball. Vetter takes it inside on the drive. Can't get it to go.
Providence has been so disciplined on understanding who they want to leave open in the corners and who they want to close out on, and they've been really, really good about communicating through the game their personnel. If they feel they have an okay shooter in the corner but not a knockdown guy they're worried about, they really help off of. And if it's a guy like Landon Reed, then they're not helping off of him. And they've done a good job of KYP, know your personnel.
Vetter knocks home the first of the free tosses. 74% free throw shooter coming into the ball game tonight. Highs the second. So falls off to the left side. Nash down with the board.
Definitely feel the momentum's with the Pioneers now. They have cleaned it up, not turned it over. They're going to continue to look inside to Fuller-Tucker, but
there's Fuller-Tucker. Jump shot from the free throw line. Gets his own board and then fouled. Caves.
Hard on the ground. He's came alive here this second half. He's very active.
Scoreless in the first half, and then with a chance to add to his 6.
Well, just being able, that first half, picking up foul trouble, having those 2 fouls and having to sit a little bit. Couldn't find that rhythm, but he's been able to play through the third quarter here without picking up that third, and that's been huge.
First won't go, though. 65% free throw shooter is Elijah Fuller-Tucker. Second will go, though. And now a 3-point lead for the Pioneers.
I mean, McQuigg caught that. There were 4 Pioneers all in the paint on that catch. The only one, the one guarding Landon Reed. Watch here if they try to go to another post up.
As Landon trying to break up those passing lanes. Finds Kays.
Again, 4 Pioneers in the paint.
Kays gets the roll.
That's a great finish. Providence is sending everybody on every single drive to clog up that paint and make the ball go out.
Daring the Highlanders to shoot from outside.
Yes.
And then we've got a push on defense. Scheich.
We're bonus here.
Yes. Providence now into the bonus, and Leeser will see the free throw line. That one won't go.
Yeah, when we say that Providence has 4 in the paint, it's not just 4 with like 1 foot in. It is on every drive, 4 defenders, 2 feet in the paint, about 5 feet from the rim. They are totally selling out on that. For Floyd Central, it might be somebody other than Landon Reed stepping up and hitting an outside shot just to loosen that defense up a little bit.
Leeser, 1 of 2. His first point of the second half brings him to 8. Unofficially, of course. Reed working on Leeser. Leeser! Oh, they're going to say there was a foul there.
Ooh. Just from our vantage point right here above that foul, even him hitting it, it sounded like he hit the ball.
So Reed eyes the first, gets it to fall. Leeser checks the sideline with his 3 fouls.
Providence had a lot of momentum here in the third quarter, but a chance to tie it.
And Reed gets both. 7 points and a tie ball game.
You kind of feel like Floyd here in this third quarter has been like Providence in the first.
He's kind of weathered the storm.
Yes.
Still some quarter to go, though. Mock dumps to Fisher. Fisher. And whistled for a foul is Ethan Noble.
Well, as quickly as the first 2 quarters went, as far as not a lot of fouls called. And
yeah, this one not so much.
No, this has been about the opposite.
So Fisher heads to the free throw line. Off the mark there. He's got 1 point on 1 made free throw in the first half. Mock checks out. Drew Cassis checks in.
Fan favorite, it sounds like.
It sounds like. And Fisher makes the second, breaks the tie, 28-27. Vetter working on Cassis. And that's McQuigg, draws the foul.
One thing I'll be interested to see if Floyd goes back to is to get Landon Reed going a little bit. What they were doing was setting a back screen with him opposite side, and Providence was switching it because they want to make sure they keep somebody on Reed. We'll see if Floyd continues to go to that, if Providence is switching, and maybe they can get Reed as a screener, maybe get a mismatch, maybe a bigger, slower defender on him, set that screen with the purpose to get the switch and take advantage of that mismatch.
As McQuigg gets 1 of 2, ties the ball game. Don't think I ever said that foul was against Fisher there from behind on McQuigg. Cassis. And giving it up. Fuller Tucker.
Providence, good movement here.
Yep. Being patient,
Absolutely.
Which is what you expect.
Yeah, they may take this thing all the way down to the end of the quarter. You never know.
Oh, ball pops out of the hands of Beckert, though. I think given the opportunity, they would have.
Yeah.
But that pass just came a little hard, and Beckert couldn't hold on to it. So Vetter works right.
Great play.
Back to Reed. Short on that, though, and then knocked out of bounds by Noble.
Yeah, they were just running. They noticed that they've been switching with Landon Reed, so they used Landon Reed as that screener, and they had him slip at that time, confusing the switch.
Cassis checks out. And I believe Lannon and Nash both checked back in. Didn't see who else went out for Providence. Vetter working on Nash.
Great defense here.
And Nash just takes it up and in, gets it to go.
Yeah, just overpowered him to the rim. What a finish.
And then on the other end, Jackson Stone.
That's a great way to keep the home crowd out of it. You go right back down their throat and score it quickly before the crowd can get into it. Providence will hold for the last shot here.
And here we expected there not to be much more scoring in the quarter. Both teams trading. Beckert falling down, loses the ball out of bounds. 1.7 seconds left. Young checks into the ball game. McQuigg goes to the sideline. Baseball pass. Coming
pass.
down to Young. Oh, they tried to find Reed. They couldn't get him. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. So when we come back, fourth quarter upcoming here from Providence on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or longtime patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
As we get set for the fourth quarter, let's try to quickly show you that drive by Cooper Nash.
Yeah, Vetter did a great job. Nash was just able to get his shoulder a little bit lower. Good finish there.
So 30-all tie. As we get set for the fourth, Fuller Tucker gets his man up in the air. Ethan Noble commits the foul.
Yeah, good patience there. Providence has really liked what they've gotten out of Fuller Tucker the second half here. Starting off the quarter, said, hey, let's go right to him. Those are those situations we talked about. So out of the time of those special situations, and what they call an ATO or an after timeout. And Providence has been winning those tonight for sure.
Fuller Tucker can't get that one to fall. He needs a make here, not only to break the tie, get to his season average of 8, and he gets it.
Right on pace.
I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me, Coach Andrew Grants, Christian Sanchez on our camera this evening. Should have told you that right as soon as we came back from the break. Reed shoots the 3, gets it to go in traffic.
Yeah, Coach Miller not happy. He said, you've got to be closer. You have to be closer. Man, Reed does not need a lot of space, does he, to be able to get off a good look?
Nope, sure doesn't. And then good defense by Reed. Now down low, Fisher working against Young. Great spin move. Oh, gets it to go, does Fisher.
Yeah, great move, great drop step. Trying to go middle, sets up the defender. Spins right off of him.
Reed thought about the 3. Dump down to Young. Nice no-look pass.
And both teams being patient here again.
Yep. Saw a lot of that last week out of the Highlanders, and again this week. Attacking when there's chances, but otherwise being patient.
Great cut.
Jackson Stone couldn't get that one to fall.
Good defense there to get a piece of that ball.
Yeah, it was a good cut. You are correct.
So much of what we'll see here the last 6 minutes, just ball control, getting the shots they want.
Nash couldn't get that one to fall. And then a travel. Young couldn't keep his feet underneath him on that rebound.
See if Providence looks to go into Fuller Tucker here.
And we've got a timeout. Who called the timeout?
Coach Miller.
Timeout
Providence.
on the floor from Providence, so we will take a brief timeout as well. Come on back for more fourth quarter action here on Glycod.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our growing free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com. That's info@glycod.com. Also a great place on a Saturday morning to catch the score stream feed there of all the scores of local interest.
This right here is one of those situational wins that the Pioneers want to have. See what they draw up here out of the timeout.
So ball into Nash. Reed guarding him tightly. And Beckert, who's definitely been quiet this evening.
Yeah, Floyd's really emphasized taking him away.
Fisher working against Young. Fuller Tucker kind of steps through. Oh, Young couldn't corral. Oh, they are going to say it's Floyd's ball. Elijah Fuller Tucker must have gotten a piece of that.
Maybe going a little offense for defense here.
Yep.
Getting Beckert a little breather so they can have him for the home stretch.
Beckert steps to the sideline as Mock checked back in. Again, good passing by Floyd. Reed. And he finds Kays in the corner. That one won't fall. And nobody underneath to offensive rebound for Floyd. So Fuller Tucker pulls it out.
Good look right there.
Mock working against Vetter.
Vetter's been doing a phenomenal job on the ball defense. We'll see both teams here, especially Providence, going to be very deliberate. They like that post-up matchup right now.
Inside, Fisher couldn't get it to go.
Coach getting the call that he wants here. Couple big possessions here, 4 minutes to go, tie ball game. Neither team's been able to score the last few possessions.
Down low, Young, then to Kays. Kays flashing in, gets stuck, gets it out to Reed. Reed. Oh, couldn't get it to go. That one touched about 8 spots on the rim, it seems like, even though it was only 3 bounces before popping out.
Yeah.
Oh, McQuigg.
Almost with it.
Yep. But now see if, and they do. Floyd Central's defense does get back in place. Providence has Mock on the attack. Now Leeser down the lane, gets the foul.
Yeah, McQuigg came over just a little bit, got him with his body, straight up with his hands, but just sliding into him.
So Noah Leeser heads to the line for 2. And Carter McQuigg whistled with his 4th foul. That could be big down the stretch for sure, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely, because he's the guy that you've got to have in the game. He makes the winning plays, those little extra effort cuts and rebounds that get you some extra possessions at the end of a game. So we'll have to be careful not to pick up one here in the next few minutes.
Leeser gets both, breaks the tie, and then a full timeout.
30 time. Yeah, switched it to a 30.
Switched it to a 30, taken by Coach Miller. We'll take a brief timeout as well. More 4th quarter upcoming for you here on Glycod.
Motor vehicle safety is important for everyone, especially young children. Having the proper child restraint systems in place, particularly for children under 4 or weighing less than 40 pounds, will keep a child safe and comfortable when traveling in the car. The Clark County Health Department provides free inspections to ensure proper installation of any car seat. To make an appointment, phone 812-282-7521. A message from the Clark County Health Department funded by Health First Indiana. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
Floyd Central with the ball. Providence with the 2-point lead. Under 4 minutes to go. As Floyd back on the attack. Gets it to McQuigg. McQuigg down low. Gets the roll.
Yeah, that's that switch that we talked about with Landon Reed there. He set the back screen and they switched it, but instead of Reed getting the mismatch to go one-on-one, they got the mismatch in the post with McQuigg.
And then down low, Nash couldn't get it to go. And Reed has it poked away by Nash. Going back the other way is Beckert. Beckert can't get it to fall, but does get the whistle.
What a play to make up for the missed shot by Nash. That's that next play mentality. Those are winning mentalities right there. You miss a layup, that's all right. Can't do anything about it. You just got to focus on what you can do next, and he made that extra effort to get his team an extra possession.
So Beckert, who has been quiet this evening. That's just his 4th point of the contest. Unofficially there, folks, when I give those numbers. And now 5th, 2-point lead for Providence.
Yeah. Ooh, for Providence now.
Reed trying to baseline. Gets it over to Kays. Kays, no good, but McQuigg with the follow in the tie.
That's why you want that guy on the floor. Not picking up that 5th. He makes plays like that.
And then a whistle. 11 on 11. As Parker Kays fouls Beckert.
Yeah, looking here, you got Floyd, or Providence, 1 foul away from being in the bonus. And Floyd or Providence is still yet to pick up a foul here in this quarter. I don't think did anybody call a timeout?
Yes, I guess Floyd called a timeout.
Neither
team
knew.
I don't think either team actually knew, but Floyd called a timeout. Well, let's go ahead and just take a brief break. We will be back with more in the fourth quarter here on Glycod. We're going to roll back to live action here with 2:50 left in the fourth. 37 all tie, live from Providence. Down low, Fuller Tucker. Fuller Tucker gets the bucket.
Yeah, another win on the ATO situation for Providence.
Trying to find McQuigg, I should say. Kays drives it in traffic. That was partially blocked. McQuigg comes up with it.
Couple big offensive rebounds for McQuigg here.
Now reset. Vetter looks to drive, gets it down inside. Could not get it to fall, but does get the harm.
Good take there. Vetter's quick off that first bounce.
And he's played, I guess maybe he's come out of the ball game, but I'm not sure how much. Not much.
No, he's really set the tone defensively.
Oh, couldn't get that one to fall. Well, chance then to cut it to one for Vetter.
But make sure you block out McQuigg here.
Oh, couldn't get either one. So 2 big misses. Floyd going to have to play some defense here with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the one thing you don't want to do against the Providence team is let them go up multiple possessions.
Noble finds Reed. And then in the corner, Vetter shoots the 3. It won't fall. Tipped and brought down by Reed. Vetter again takes it inside, dumps it off. This one to Noble. It won't go. McQuigg gets the board. Reed for 3. Won't fall. Fuller Tucker pulls down the board.
Good look. McQuigg with 4 offensive rebounds in the last minute.
Huge possession for Floyd to come up empty on. And then poked away. I'm going to say Reed poked it out of bounds.
Yeah, the one thing that's tough against Ryan Miller coach teams is when they have a lead.
Yep. Man, absolutely.
They are good at protecting the ball and making you come out and have to take it away.
Sure are. And the Pioneers take a timeout. We will keep it here. Let's talk about this one with 1:29 remaining, Coach.
That was a huge possession right there. Providence got away with a few. For Vetter to, miss a couple there, unfortunately. Gets a good look in the corner that just doesn't fall. And then McQuigg just flying all over the place right now for the Highlanders to get them some extra shots. And Reed, you get your best shooter with a good look. And right from our vantage point up here behind the goal, it looked right on line.
Yep.
And, man, this place, the Floyd Central crowd was just ready to explode if that thing went down.
Yep, they sure were. And as it turns out, it was the Providence faithful that did the exploding, urging their team on, congratulating on them on the great defense. Nice crowd here tonight, both student sections, bedecked in pajamas, ugly sweaters, and lots of Santa hats. So, in the spirit.
Absolutely. Now, if you're Providence here, a big possession. At this point, you're not forcing any jump shots. You're going to be very strong with the basketball. You're going to take layups and layups only, and if you run the clock out, you win. Not that you're holding it. You're going to run your offense.
Yep.
But you're only going to take the layup. So not playing not to lose, not playing on your heels, being aggressive, but just being very picky about the shot that you take.
Vetter on Mock, nearly pokes it away. Do you take it to McQuigg, though, if you get the chance?
No, not in this. Not yet.
Okay. Just saying, playing with 4 fouls.
I agree, with 4, but you don't even need to shoot it at this point.
And then Vetter with the foul, and that will send Mock to the line.
Really the key for Providence, the only thing that Floyd Central can do in this situation is they have to foul, because Providence never has to give the ball back to them. But for Floyd, you just have to be smart about who you foul.
Yep.
Make sure you keep the best free throw shooters off the line.
Lannon in the game. Beckert checks out.
And then if you're Providence, on the flip side of that, you make sure that you get the ball in your best free throw shooter's hands as much as possible. Okay, now Providence in this situation, usually what kills teams that are ahead in the situations like this, number 1, not calling out switches and getting to shooters, and then number 2, giving up offensive rebounds.
Young gets it to McQuigg.
You don't need a 3 here if you're Floyd Central. Just a score to the rim, get 2, and it's still a 1-possession game, even if Providence makes a couple free throws on the other side.
McQuigg to Stone. Stone will shoot the 3. That's short, though, and off to Providence. And now Floyd's going to have to foul again.
Yeah.
And Providence with a good opportunity to make it a 2-possession game. Nash will go to the line. And that's Logan Young's 4th foul.
Nash has not even gotten the ball yet to shoot, and all the coaching staff for Providence was already up, pointing, telling everyone where Landon Reed was.
Nash misses the first of 2, his first miss on the season. So timeout by Floyd Central. This time we will take a brief timeout. Back with more. And the last few ticks of this one when we come back here on Glycod.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Contact Agent Mark Stevens in Jeffersonville for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
3-point lead for the Pioneers, 40-37, 31 ticks left on the clock.
Again, whether he makes or misses it, if you're Floyd Central, you just need a quick score. It does not have to be a 3. Get the ball out, get it ahead, get right to the rim. Providence is not going to want to foul, although I will say Providence does have 3 fouls to give before they send them into the bonus. So it might be a situation where, maybe you give one up here just to slow the momentum so that Floyd doesn't score quickly.
And a make there from Nash.
Right now you got to go quick,
Vetter gets it to McQuigg, back to Vetter, to Kays.
To the rim.
17 seconds left. Step back from
wow.
Reed, and he gets it.
Unbelievable. Off of 1 foot.
And a timeout by Floyd Central. Let's show you that again.
Now, I don't know if that's a 2 or a 3. Watch his foot.
And he stepped back.
Yeah.
I think is it a 3? It's a 3.
They counted it as a 3. It should be a 2. He had the step back. It's where that last foot was. That should be a 2-pointer, but the refs are not going to overturn that. Watch again here.
Yep, yeah, stepped in and steps back.
That left foot, it never came back down on the other side of the 3-point line.
It did not. You're right. So 41-40 with that Reed make.
That's huge right there that they counted that a 3, because now with the foul, even with 2 made free throws, it's still a 1-possession game. If they counted that a 2 with 2 made free throws, it's a 2-possession game. That changes a lot.
Yep, sure does. I will give him the one-footed style points, though.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. like Dirk Nowitzki out there.
Yeah. Got to give him those style points.
That's right.
But
I should say, man, I'm aging myself. These kids, James Harden, excuse
okay.
me. Yeah.
It's hard to keep up sometimes.
It is.
Yeah. Into Kays, fouled. Into Beckert, fouled by Kays. I got confused on my 11s there.
Yeah, they wanted to. They were looking to get that ball into Beckert or Nash. So make or miss here on these. I would imagine that Floyd would probably race it down the sideline and try to get their last time out.
Oh, Beckert misses on the first. Big rebound potentially here.
He's going to use his final one here.
Okay, so Coach McBride uses this final timeout here. And we will just keep it here with 13.6 seconds left. A reminder that we will have the Mac Construction scoreboard ticker for you after the ball game. It looks like a tight one. Jeff coming off playing against Silver Creek last night, going to Crispus Attucks.
Man, that's a tough back-to-back.
Yep.
All right, so here, what you want to make sure, if you're talking in the timeout here for Coach Miller, what I would do with 3 fouls to give, and for Coach McBride, he's probably letting them know, hey, they're probably going to come foul you. But for Coach Miller, make or miss here, whatever happens, whenever Floyd Central gets the ball up to about half court, I would foul. You're going to be able to take about 3 seconds off the clock.
Yep.
Then when you're guarding them and you make them throw it in, make them throw it to the backcourt.
Yep.
Let them dribble it up.
Yep.
Foul again.
Yep.
Do the same thing one more time, and you could get this thing down to like 6 or 7 seconds for them to have to try to run a play.
And maybe even less, because you never know as whoever's going to foul maybe gets a hand in, knocks the ball away, something like that. If you're going for the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
As teams came back, but then the officials having a little conference there under the
not sure what
right
this
at the scorer's table.
The only thing I would assume is I didn't see, but maybe a substitution came in late after the horn.
Not sure. But all right, not sure.
Possible possession arrow?
I don't know. It's been since the beginning of the quarter. It's been the same spot. So
looks like
towards Floyd.
A discrepancy in the books, maybe it looks like.
Unless there was a 3 and a 2 here that they were talking about, just what you were talking about. But there is no replay in high school basketball. So they're welcome after the game to come up, take a look. We got a great look at it.
Right,
Christian, great work on the camera.
Yeah, couldn't have gotten a better vantage point.
Yep.
No, it was a timeout dispute.
Timeout dispute, okay. Well, we had that as Floyd's final timeout.
Yeah, and I think Coach McBride thought he had another timeout as well. I think that's why he took that one.
Yep.
Because I was wondering, I figured.
As Beckert.
See if they get a quick foul here.
Makes it.
No.
Didn't. Better.
Oh, yeah.
And then the foul comes. And if you had any sort of continuation like the NBA there, that would have been shooting. But as it is, there is not.
They took 4 seconds off the clock there.
Yep.
Throw them in the
backcourt. Yep.
And there you go.
And then another foul.
So like you were saying, maybe even more time because now they got one more to give. They can get this thing possibly down to like 4 seconds. That's going to be hard. And with no timeouts for Floyd Central.
Yeah, if you have any kind of trouble throwing the ball in.
I think that's why Coach McBride was upset. He thought he had another timeout because in this situation, after this next foul, he would want to use that timeout to draw something up.
Vetter hit the floor there. Reed on the curl, gets a look for three, short, out of bounds. So Landon Reed gets a look. It was clean, but misses it short.
Got to get it in. Got to get it in.
Ball comes in to Fuller Tucker, and timeout. 0.7 seconds left. Full timeout taken by Providence. 0.7 seconds remain.
Well, Providence didn't have to use that last one there. And
they're going to put 1 second on the clock. 1 second.
Probably about right. Okay, so if you're Providence here, when I'm telling Coach, if you're Coach Miller, just throw the ball anywhere beyond half court.
Yep.
Do not throw it underneath their basket.
Right, yeah.
Like I would, if I was him on the clipboard, I'm drawing a huge X and just going, it does not go here.
Right.
And if you're in trouble, just heave the thing.
Well, Providence, by my count, does have one more timeout. So 42-40 with 1 tick left.
Now Providence cannot move on the baseline here. He has to stay put on the out-of-bounds situation.
Ball inbounds, whistle comes. 0.4 seconds left. Leeser will go to the line.
Yeah, and at this point,
you can't even, if the ball's touched, it's the clock expires at this point.
The only hope for Floyd Central
is a tip in. You can't do that from that end, right?
The only way that this Floyd Central could tie this, really, well, now that wouldn't even work either. He has to make this. If the only way Floyd Central can win, he would have to make the second one or airball it to where they would get the ball out of bounds,
right?
And then have to throw it the length of the court to tip it in at the rim.
You can't.
So now they changed it to 0.7, so that technically is enough time to catch and shoot.
And first one will not go.
I honestly would miss this on purpose.
Yep.
Just so they can't get it in and throw it the length of the court. And catch and shoot down here on their end.
And Coach Miller takes another timeout. So Providence takes a timeout. And we'll continue to keep it here. As this one down to 0.7 seconds in a tight one.
Yeah, this is both teams tonight just scrapping and scrapping.
This is definitely this is one that will work on your fortitude, I would think.
Yeah,
Coach.
Absolutely. I'd have to think of the rules on this, but there actually is one scenario here that you could do if you're Floyd Central. This is so crazy, I don't know, but can you goaltend the free throw so it counts, and then you get the ball out of bounds with the chance to throw it down the length of the court to tie it?
42-40, ball up on the rim, comes off, and there's the final buzzer. And Providence wins 42-40. And a real tough-fought game from both squads. Pioneers improved to 3-2. The Highlanders fall to 2-5, and that was a whale of a ball game. Well, let's step aside. When we come back, we will begin the post-game show, and we've had a good one, so we'll try to have a good post-game show for you too here on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first, before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit check card, and sponsor of tonight's final numbers. Visit any of their branches or bank online at GermanAmerican.com.
As we return here to Providence High School, where the Pioneers win their 4th in a row versus the Highlanders of Floyd Central, and they managed to do so in dramatic fashion, as this one was contested right down to the final whistle.
Yeah, you got to feel good for those seniors for Providence. I mean, I'm not 100% for sure on this, but I would put a lot of money on it that they are the first group to go through Providence 4-0 against the Highlanders for those seniors. That's huge.
Well, and it was a really good, it was a good game. It was played slowly at times, and we had some missed shots, but I think a lot of those missed shots honestly were because of some really fantastic defense played by both teams.
Yeah, for sure. Well, both teams, they just did a great job of keeping everything in front of them, walling up against guys whenever they got the ball in the paint. But, man, the third quarter there, Fuller Tucker came alive for the Pioneers in the paint and was able to kind of loosen up that lead for Providence. But you got to give a lot of credit to Floyd Central for not going away there in the third quarter and continuing to fight back. And, man, this is just a good, hard-nosed, physical basketball game. Two teams that have to play a certain way to give themselves the best chance to win, and Providence was able just to squeak it out there at the end.
Well, let's take a look at just a couple replays very quickly before we toss it back to commercial, and we do expect Coach Miller to come up at some point in the postgame. And this was that period of time where we had a made 3 and a foul by Floyd Central. So a made 3 by Providence, a foul by Floyd Central, and then Providence converting on free throws.
Yeah.
And that was a big swing. Yeah. So let's show you that here. First, the running through the pick and the made 3 by Nash.
Yeah, and anytime you can get 5 points without the other team ever touching the basketball.
And then on the inbounds, Fuller Tucker gets the bucket and the harm. He was unable to convert on that free throw, but still, that was, I think that's what you might call big.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it was right out of a timeout that Coach Miller called. And so those were those like special situations when, honestly, this is Coach Miller's, since he's at this pace so far, his lowest scoring offensive team he's had here, and he's had a lot of success. And so those situations like that are the ones you have to win, and he was able to do that tonight.
All right. Well, we'll remind you that tonight's scoreboard is presented by Mac Construction. Experience Reputation Solutions. That's Mac Construction. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will look at our final stat numbers and get you the players scoring for this contest. Again, we are expecting Coach Miller at some point to come up and talk to us, and also we will make sure and get you our most outstanding players of the game still upcoming here on Glycod.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul. What are you going to tell me again? Foul. Yeah. Foul, bro. Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out. You're about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mac Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
It's time for a look at tonight's final numbers. Tonight's final numbers presented by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. And for those final numbers, let's take a look into scoring for both teams. The Highlanders were led by Carter McQuigg and his 14 points. They also got 13 from Landon Reed, 5 from Jude Vetter, 4 from Logan Young, 2 apiece from Parker Kays and Jackson Stone. For Providence, they had 2 players, both with 10 points, Elijah Fuller-Tucker and Cooper Nash, both with 10. Noah Leeser had 9 in the contest as well, 6 from Duke Beckert, and 2 from Max Fisher, both on free throws. Lucas Mock had 1 on 1 made free throw. And I see Coach sort of headed this direction, so we'll vamp here for just a minute, and then actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it to a brief break, and when we come back, we will have Coach Ryan Miller for you here on Glycod.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
We're here with Coach Miller. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Coach Grants. Hard-fought game from start to finish. Didn't go our way initially. It was, sometimes, as a coach, sometimes it starts off you're like, man, is this going to be one of those nights where it's just not ours? And that's the way it felt for the first, 4 or 5 minutes. We kept telling the boys, hey, just keep, because we were getting some looks. We weren't hitting, perimeter, and then we looked at the shot chart at halftime. We saw all these misses right around the rim. We said, boys, they're going to start falling. Just keep getting those. But I will say, to credit to Floyd Central, they're a really good team. They just took New Albany, one of the best teams in the state, took them down to the wire. And they have a lot of pieces. Really, really great guard play, great interior play. They're well coached. That was a hard-fought game. Could have gone either way. We're very fortunate that our boys were able to grind it out and get one.
I thought Fuller-Tucker stepped up big for you guys in the second half, especially when you went on a run there in the third quarter. It seemed like you guys were really trying to emphasize getting him the ball in the paint. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, and it was good when the boys recognized that stuff on their own, right? Sometimes, obviously a lot of times, we have to tell them. But we had several boys that kind of noticed it. And, it wasn't even Elijah saying, hey, give me the ball. The other guys noticed it for the team, what we needed to do. Because, in the first half, he didn't have the greatest half. But that's a sign of a senior, a tough senior leader who, maybe doesn't have the greatest first start and then finds a way to bounce back and come through in big moments.
This rivalry game is a big game for both teams. I don't know this officially, but I would assume this is the first group of seniors to go through Providence, having beat Floyd Central 4 years in a row. Talk about what that means to those guys.
Yeah, actually, a couple of seniors just brought it up, and that's not something we talk about before the game, but everybody kind of knows, that I knew it was going to be a hard-fought, tough game. I expected this exactly to some degree. Of course, for them, obviously they're proud of it. I can't imagine that that's ever happened in the history of Providence before. Obviously when you were coaching, you did some amazing things here, some phenomenal teams. But yeah, to have in the last few years, we beat, obviously not last year, but we had beaten Jeff 3 years in a row, New Albany 3 years in a row, and now Floyd 3 years in a row, within the last 6 years. Yeah. So that's just for us coaches, we just feel really blessed and fortunate that we've had such good groups. Now look out in the stands. I told the boys, boys, it means so much to look out there and see all your former teammates, your former players coming back, for the holidays and showing up and being there for you. And it means a lot to them too, because we respect Floyd. Heck, I was telling them, our coaching staff, we got, more Floyd coaches than anybody else. Me, Walters, Michael Miller, who did a great job with the lead scout, and then, of course, Seth Burks, our JV coach. All Floyd Central guys at one point in time. And still, I know, of course, Coach Miller and Seth have great relationship with so many of those boys, and I'm sure it was kind of a bittersweet moment because they develop relationships and care about those boys too, and we're really blessed to have them over here with us. But Floyd does a great job, and just a hard-fought game by both teams.
Coach, best of luck to you the rest of the way. Your team continues to battle and fight hard. Wish you all the best, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate all that you, Dr. Carter, and everyone at Glycod do. You're top-notch. As a matter of fact, I was watching some Glycod just the other night, watching the New Albany Floyd Central game. So you guys do a wonderful job. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
State Farm helps make renter's insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glycod.
As we return to Providence High School and the Pioneers victorious tonight. It's time for tonight's Most Outstanding Players. Tonight's Most Outstanding Players brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Teresa Lamb. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, give her office a call at 812-945-8088. That's 812-945-8088. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So first up for the visiting Floyd Central Highlanders, who we got?
Well, Mr. McQuigg, he, just led them in scoring, but it's the effort plays that he makes. He never stops moving without the basketball. He gets the offensive rebounds. Even if he doesn't get the offensive rebound, he's tipping it out and keeping the ball alive. I really enjoy watching him play basketball and just how he plays. He really just gets the most out of his ability because he works so hard on the floor.
Absolutely. So for Floyd Central, Carter McQuigg, and for the Providence Pioneers?
Well, this one was tough because it was a total team effort, but what really stood out to me was the third quarter with Elijah Fuller-Tucker. I thought they really made a concerted effort to go inside to him to the paint. Providence was struggling to score the ball, and they were able to go into him, and he made some great moves down around the post and hit a couple mid-range jumpers and really went on that run and started the run for Providence, coming into the second half behind. He was a big reason they were able to take the lead in the second half, and then Providence was able to hang on from there for the victory.
All right, so Elijah Fuller-Tucker for the Pioneers. And now it's time to talk about our upcoming schedule. Our upcoming schedule is brought to you by HKC Roofing. HKC Roofing, roofing better than guaranteed. You can give them a call, 502-212-1081. That's 502-212-1081. And we will be off for the holidays the next couple of weeks. We will return the week of Monday the 5th. And tentatively, we will be your next Southern Indiana game will be Jeff at New Albany, Friday, January 9th at 7:30. And then, of course, lots more Southern Indiana basketball all through January. Please check www.glycod.com for games, times, and those stream links. Well, Coach, I guess let's put a bit of a bow on this one. Anything in particular stand out, both teams?
Yeah, well, for Providence going forward, they're going to just have to continue to find some more consistent scoring or, continue to grind these games out. For Floyd Central, man, they're so close. And just having been at 3 different high schools myself and just knowing how that first year goes as a coach, it just takes a little bit to get everything going, to get, kind of some continuity and some rhythm. And it always just seems like that first year you just have some close ones like this. But there's nothing to hang their head on. They're battling. They're playing hard. They're being scrappy. I have no doubt that this Providence team under Coach McBride, this Floyd Central team under Coach McBride will be where they need to be by the end of the year. They are really, really close. New Albany last week, Providence tonight. And, man, once they just make those last few key adjustments, look out. And they'll be a team to reckon with come postseason time.
Absolutely. Well, that's a nice thing with Indiana, the fact that you just, roll through the year and get better, and you never know. You go to Seymour for a sectional, and you could come out of there with the win. You just never know.
Yeah, the only ones that matter during the regular season are your conference, and outside of that, you're trying to get better and prepare for the postseason.
Absolutely. Well, again, we want to thank Mac Construction for sponsoring our scoreboard, and that's going to do it for us here from Providence High School. Our thanks to Athletic Director Ted Leeser and his assistant Jimmy Fable for getting us up here and set up and allowing us to come do this ball game. For executive producer Steve Bird, cameraman Christian Sanchez, Coach Andrew Grants, I'm Dr. Todd Carter saying good night, God bless, and we'll catch you in the new year on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Presented by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling in Jeffersonville and Madison. Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Our place, where change is possible. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives. And by Deering Floor Center, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and the Clark County Health Department.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.